really went on at Vidcon 2026.
If I get smoked by a 12-year-old, it's
Too
over.
old.
You got this, I believe in you.
Just put in apples. Hey guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing and telling you everything that happened at Vidcon 2026. So I'm going to start this video off by apologizing because I did say last year that I was going to have a Vidcon vlog for you guys, and I did not end up doing that. Here's the reasoning. Okay, I filmed while I was there, and some of you guys were in the clips and you wanted to be in it, and I'm very sorry about that. It's just I didn't get enough footage, and some of the clips would not have made sense at all without context. And I just didn't know how to give you the context that you needed without footage. So I scratched that video and I told myself I was going to do better this year. And look, I'm filming, which means I did better. Okay, I filmed more this year than last year. So I'm very proud of myself for that. However, I was way more in the moment than I was last year. I think last year it was all about like meeting people and taking pictures with people. And this year it was more of like I was actually hanging out with them. And so I still did not get as much footage as I wanted to, which is why I'm narrating this vlog. So what I'm going to do is explain what's happening in the clip before I show you the clip so you know what's happening. If that doesn't make sense, it'll make sense as we continue on with this video, okay? But make sure to subscribe and stay till the end because it's gonna be a good vlog, okay? I'm just excited. I love talking about it. It was like the best 4 days of my entire life. And so just being able to share what happened and have a little documentary and memory is just so exciting to me. So let's just get right into it. Starting off with VidCon Day 0, which was the day before. So for those of you that maybe don't know, VidCon is 3 days long. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. However, me and Roxy decided to get there Wednesday so we could get our credentials and just get settled and be ready for the 3 days that we had ahead of us. Well, I spent my first 5 hours on Wednesday flying to LA because it's 5 hours from North Carolina to LA. If you can't tell, I'm very disappointed in that. I wish I lived closer to LA because I want to move there so badly, but that's besides the point. So I flew into LAX, Roxy drove because she lives in LA, and I don't exactly remember the time that we got there, but we somehow got there at the same time, and we checked into our hotel room, we were sharing one, and got ready to go down and get our credentials. Little tip if you ever want to go to VidCon, do not get your credentials the day of, okay? The line is so long. Go the day before, okay? I'm telling you, it's 100% worth it. The line was still long, but it was inside the building, okay? The line on Thursday, the line was outside the building, and nobody wants to wait outside, okay? Okay, so anywho, it was set up a little bit differently than it was last year, so we actually had no idea where we were going, and there are so many halls, we couldn't figure out which one our credentials were in, and we ran into Kato, and he's like, oh, are you guys looking for your passes? We were like, yeah. How embarrassing that we didn't know that, even though we've been there before. He was like, oh, okay, we'll just go to hall, I think it was like D or A. I don't remember, but I know where it's at in my head, but I couldn't tell you which hall it was. So we went back outside. The convention center wasn't open, so the only thing that you could do inside was get your passes. Otherwise, you had to stay outside with the food trucks and everything. And that happened to be where Kato, Ezra, and Echo were. And it was really just that was really kind of it for creators. I know Izzy was there and Ella, but they were off doing their own thing. Dylan was there. I had the best time. That was genuinely one of my favorite days, I think, out of the entire weekend was the day that hadn't even started yet. So we met up with Kato, Ezra, Dylan, and Echo, and the first thing that they did was take my pass. No idea why, but here's a clip of me trying to guess which hand it's in to get it back. Ready? I'm gonna guess which pass is mine.
Huh? Okay. Logan, yeah, she's in there tomorrow.
You have to have one in each hand.
I have one in each hand.
No. That's what Jackson
How many months
is,
you
right? Dang it! Yeah. Where's the option? One in each hand? Of course he had both passes in one hand. Okay, so from now on, there's going to be a lot of gaps in these clips, okay? Because the next clip is Kato trying to walk like me and Roxy, like a girl, I guess. It was genuinely the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And he ended up walking up to this random guy and just put his hand on his shoulder. He didn't even know who he was. So So then if that wasn't enough, this little kid came up to Kato because he recognized him and he was like, I want to race you. And so Ezra, Kato, and maybe someone else, I don't know, ended up racing this little kid and he was genuinely really fast. Like here's the clip of it. He was actually really fast.
If I get smoked by a 12-year-old, it's over.
Yeah, we'll see.
Come on, it's too old.
Someone set us off.
Send me this.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go!
Oh my God! I thought he was.
Why was that?
I don't know.
Now again, this next clip was probably like 30 minutes later. I don't know. But it was Kato stealing Roxy's purse.
Oh, wait, Kiddo, run.
No.
Oh, throw it up, throw it
No,
up.
I
Throw it up.
promise, kiddo. I swear.
Wait, throw it. Yeah, throw it up.
What do you do if I throw it?
Nothing. She's like 4 foot.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Wait, that's the ER running right.
Wait, really? Oh, shoot.
I just saw my life flash before my eyes.
Now she's shoeless and purseless. You see what I mean though? Like if I were to just put all these clips together, it wouldn't make any sense. So hopefully me explaining this kind of helps you understand what's happening a little bit better. Next thing I have in my camera roll is me taking a picture of the guy he's trying to mog while laying on the floor. But if you can't tell in this specific picture, previously we were making TikToks and Roxy had hit Kato in the eye. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at that, but it was funny, okay? Like he said he was fine. And so I was trying to take the picture and he was like holding his eye because he hadn't recovered, but I don't know why he was trying to mog. Well, anyways. Then it skipped to like a few hours later, I don't really know. They're racing people again.
Go!
See, I told
Oh yeah. Smoked. Oh.
Nice!
The guy beat them. I was so happy. I was like, yes, you guys got humbled. And, you know, that could win. I'm saying this as if I could beat them, and I definitely could not, but I wasn't the one racing. So, okay, so just kidding. Actually, if you skip back to a few hours before that, there was this guy, and he had, like, a cameraman who was filming, and he was like, someone do something cool. And I was like, I'll do a backflip. Why I said that, I don't know, because I haven't done a backflip in months. So obviously I was nervous and I was like, I don't know if I should do it. I'm kind of scared. And I had to take my shoes off because my shoes were really heavy. So I was doing it in socks on concrete and there was no grass around for me to do it in. And I didn't want to be like a wimp by not doing it. So of course I ended up going. But before that, Kato was like, do you want me to spot you? And I was like, no, I think that's just going to make it worse because I don't know, it's just a gymnastics thing. Like, I don't like when people spot me. It just makes things worse. I'd rather just do it myself. Also, I'm not going to be a little baby and have someone spot me. So I ended up doing it. And I actually didn't know that Dylan was, like, filming it the whole time. So here's that clip.
Get this.
Okay.
I'm gonna end this knot.
We've done this in forever.
You got this. I believe in you.
Want a spot?
Yeah, spotter. No, I feel like that's worse.
Okay.
I'll just chuck it. It's fine. Okay.
Yo, this recording's like 5 minutes long. Oh! Yo, that was tough!
Personally, I'd say it was a win because I didn't fall on my face. Oh, and I did a handstand contest against Kato and Ezra, and I won. Did I have any doubt that I was going to lose? No. But is it still kind of like a bragging rights thing? Yeah. Then we have Kato over here like, oh, I messed up. And I'm like, I would have beaten you anyways. But you know what? If I go to your tour, which I'm like thinking about it, me and Roxy are like thinking about going. If we do end up going, we could do a rematch there. Okay? And you're not going to mess up this time, and I'm still going to beat you. But yeah, that was basically it. We were like the last people at the Vidcon Convention Center. It was like 12 o'clock at night, and they were like, all right, guys, let's go. So we left. Dylan was like at the hotel across from where me and Roxy were, so we ended up just like hanging out with him for the rest of the night. Not the whole night, but and then we went to bed at like 2 in the morning and had to wake up at 6. All right, so here's day 1. Here's where all the people start coming. Here's where all the fun starts happening. So for the first about like 3 hours of day 1 of VidCon, I filmed absolutely nothing. And you want to know why? Me and Roxy spent about 3 hours trying to get VIP passes into the VIP village. 3 hours. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it actually took us that long to get the passes. Because here's the thing. Okay, let me explain. Basically, you have to be an invited creator or a speaker or something in order to get into the VIP village, which is where all the creators that were invited are. Hence where all of our friends were at. So, in order to get in there, you had to get an invited creator to invite you in. But if that invited creator had already invited a total of like 2 or 3 people in, they couldn't invite anyone else. So We were determined to get in. We asked a total of like 3 people, I think, just like randomly who we saw had the badge, and we're like, can you let us in? And some of them were like, yeah, we don't know you, absolutely not, which I get it, okay. And we ended up meeting some other creators, and they were like, yeah, we'll let you in. It wasn't just me and Roxy, it was like a whole group of people that wanted to get in. So we had to like find like one person for each of us to get us in. So it was hard to like get everyone together and like all collectively go to the like desk area. So after 3 hours, we finally get the passes to get in. And then, you know, some people had this bright idea that we go and sneak into Paul's meet and greet. Like, of course. And this also took us a little bit of time because they wouldn't let the people with the VIP Village pass into the meet and greet area unless the person you were trying to see for the meet and greet came and told them it's okay and we can let you in. Because we were trying to go backstage and then surprise Paul, we weren't trying to get in the line, which was the problem. Originally, we were going to go see Kato, which is why in these clips you'll hear me say Kato a bunch of times in the beginning. It's because that's who we were going to go surprise. And then we changed our minds and we ended up going with Paul. I don't know. It was like something in the system. It would have been easier if we went to see Paul. But we couldn't get in contact with either one of them. So none of them could come over and tell the girl, like, it's okay, let them in. Someone was like, I can call him, like, we have his number. And they were like, no, he has to actually come and get you. Somehow we made it past. I genuinely don't remember. Maybe it shows in these clips I'm about to show you, but I don't remember how we actually got in. I do remember that we went to the side of the railing. Once we got into the meet and greet area, we went to the side of the railing. We were like, Paul! And we finally got his attention. He was like, come around. And they're like, no, they won't let us. And he's like, no, just come around. It's fine. And so we did, and it worked. I'll show you the clips in a second, I promise. And, you know, we made some TikToks and stuff, but it was really fun. I enjoyed crashing the meet and greet. Kato's meet and greet was, like, right next to his, but he had, like, a really long line, so he, like, couldn't. And I'm not saying that as, like, a bad thing towards Paul. Paul knew he didn't have a lot of people, but it was because he didn't like advertise it beforehand. But he still had a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. Anyways, I'll show you the clips. We're seeing if we can get into Kato's.
No, we have the idea. I have their numbers and stuff.
Yeah. Guys, they said it's fine. We're friends with him, but we're trying to prank him.
Oh, that's Kato.
Kato, yeah.
No, we're talking about Paul.
We made it into the meet and greet area, but we're not quite in yet.
We don't have like things.
Well, we'll try.
Guys, we're in the line.
We were trying to like surprise you and act like parents, but look at us guys. We couldn't get in though.
Mission successful. We made it in though.
Yo.
Then we met up with some other influencers. I'll put a little picture up here. That was really fun. We made some more content with all of them. Then we met up with another group of people. I'll put another picture here. That was also really fun. Then me and Roxy decided to go to the VIP Village to see who all was there, and we met up with another group of people, which was also really fun. So this is where things got like a little bit weird because we were like hanging out with them and they were like, oh yeah, this like creepy guy's like following us. And we were like, what? Apparently this guy had like snuck in. He didn't even have any VidCon pass. So he was just a random person who just somehow got in. And apparently he had been following them. He was like asking some of the girls to like go in the corner and film TikToks and stuff, and it was just like really weird. Like told security, and they were all gonna go to a concert that was like right after that, and we were literally escorted to the concert. Right, we're being escorted to the concert because there's this really creepy guy following them, some girls around. What is our life, bro? I don't even know how they got in, but whatever. So we're just being escorted because now they're like the guy's really creepy. They kicked him out, but still. Yeah. We ended up seeing this really fun. I don't remember their names, like the group name of the like concert. I'm so sorry. And then we saw Mackenzie perform. I love Mackenzie. She was so sweet. We actually met her in the elevator on the way up to Paul's hotel room. Yeah, we actually met her in the elevator. She was like, oh, I'm performing at this time. You guys should show up. And we were like, oh, yeah, like, totally. That's literally how I knew she was performing at that time. And then we ended up seeing JYT as well. We were all getting kind of tired after JYT went, so we decided just to leave the concert after that, and we had like a whole group of people and we all went to this little donut truck thing, and we got donuts with ice cream or something. I don't know, but it was really good. And yeah, that is basically all the clips that I got from day 1 of VidCon. Alright, brace yourself because we're getting into day 3, and when I tell you that so much happened on day 3, so much happened on day 3. It was definitely also one of my favorite days of the weekend. So Wednesday and Friday were definitely my favorite 2 days, I think. And you're probably like, why not Saturday as well? But it's simply because I had to leave everyone on Saturday and go back to my hotel and then leave early on Sunday. So I still enjoyed Saturday, but we're not there yet, okay? So let's just get back to Friday. Friday was the day that I actually met a lot of you guys, and I'm so happy that you guys came up and said hi. It makes my day when you guys come up and say hi. That was another reason why Friday was my favorite day. But I loved meeting every single one of you. I will put all the pictures I got with you guys in here. I did get approval from all of you to put these photos in here, so we're gonna not just like exploiting people. I got permission. So the first thing that we did when we got there was go straight to Kato's booth because we wanted to say hi to him. We said hi, but he was really busy, so then we went to the VIP Village again. And this is where we met up with everyone that we had gone to the concert with yesterday. Well, we could like get a bunch of freebies and stuff at the VIP section. So we ended up getting some little mini gooey gooey slime keychains, which was so fun. I loved creating them.
Okay, guys.
We're making slime.
We all got cloud slime. We all got purple, right? I think so.
Okay, so here's like the
base. Look at that.
And then later on, we wanted to go back and see if we could get some more gooey gooey slime because we loved them. But they were out, and then they ended up giving us some Mr. Beast Lab things, which was just as fun. And so we ended up unboxing those. I don't know how to open this.
Hey guys, can I have a go?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi. And he said, hey. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I want.
I think you should want that little.
I'm doing mine too, guys.
Okay, we went the legendary one, obviously.
This weird juice box.
I got this thing. What is this?
And I actually have 2, guys, so I'm gonna open my next one here.
I got this.
This one's the ultra rare.
This is ultra rare. I like this one better.
This one.
Here's another clip. We were trying to put lipstick on Ezra, but he kept running away. We ended up getting it on him, but it was nowhere near his lips, so it didn't really look very well, but it's okay.
It's mine.
Yeah, I'm welcome.
I'll put it on.
Put it on.
Hello.
Put it on. Put it on. Just do it. Just do it.
Wow.
Then JYT showed up in the VIP Village, and we kind of talked to them. I had them guess my age because no one can ever guess how old I am. The closest that one of the guys got was 18, and no one has ever guessed that before, so I was very surprised. How old are you?
18. 14. How old are you? 13?
I think you like.
19?
We gave him some of our pizza, or I guess it was Roxy's pizza, but yeah, they ate some of that.
I know. I'm the one throwing the bug. Really? Yeah.
And then we ended up making some content with them and filming with them. And then Kyler, I'll put her on the screen, she was doing this thing where it was like trying to like guess the dumpling color. Like if you guessed it, you got another one. And one of, I don't remember, I think it was Kaden, ended up getting the glitter dumpling. And that was so shocking because one of the other brothers, I don't remember who it was, had gotten a glitter dumpling before that too. So they had gotten 2 glitter dumplings in like one day. And we were like, what is their luck? Like, how is it even possible? Here's a clip of that. It was really fun.
I hope you get it. Are you ready? You guys get it.
Oh, wait. I think I'm gonna get the purple one.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, I got red. Yeah. I'm thinking of purple.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
It's okay, you're matching.
I'm gonna get the purple. Wait, I don't want the purple. You can get whatever you want, whatever you want. I kind of want it.
Yeah, we were all so happy for them. And it's funny because me, Roxy, and Elsie were all feeling the dumplings to see which one was like the heaviest to specifically give to Kaden because we wanted him to get it. And he ended up getting it. So yeah, that was a really fun moment. Okay, and then, so we were in the VIP Village and we wanted to get some more gooey gooey slime. I don't know what it was about it, but we wanted more of the keychains. So we went up to ask the person if they had any more, and she was like, no, we're all out. Because they said they were going to like restock it the next day or something, but they didn't end up doing it. words, but they didn't end up doing it. And so she was like, but if you go over and talk to that person, I'm sure she could let you get some of like the full size ones from the actual Gooey Gooey Slime truck. And so we went up to her and we were talking to her and she's like, oh yeah, I know you guys. We were like, what? She was like, yeah, I know you guys. She was like, yeah, no, I can totally let you in. And at this point, the truck, like the slime truck, was already closed. But they were like, no, you guys can just go in. We were like, thank you. Like that, we were so like grateful for that. We built our own. I think I built a butter slime maybe. I don't really remember. Here's the clip. Okay, guys, we're building our slime. I just put in apples. Wait, I got it back. Did I break it? Oh, wait, I got the outside of it. Okay. But yeah, they were so sweet. And then once we finished making our slime, we went back into like the main outside area where like everyone kind of is at. And I don't know what happened, but their entire For You page was just walking around in that area. Literally all the influencers there, and of course all like the fans who come and see the influencers at VidCon, they were all there, and it was like so chaotic, but it was so fun at the same time. Here's like I got like the smallest clip. I really didn't want to like film everyone or like be like, look at all these people. So I didn't really like get that much, but I did get like one clip of like the whole group of people that were there.
Things like I love that like it gets donated to like
Another random clip I got was this guy doing a backflip on like one of the chairs in the VIP section. I don't know if that was like his content or like what he did, but I just happened to be filming him doing a backflip because I thought it was cool. Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is just really funny and I just wanted to share this part. But our parents had to like pry us away from everyone and go take us to a restaurant to eat because we had not eaten the entire day. I think it was the adrenaline, but I don't know what it was. I didn't eat the entire time I was there. I had like Starbucks for breakfast, like I had a drink. I had like a little egg and cheese biscuit. But I didn't finish any one of those for breakfast, and I just didn't eat the entire day, and somehow I wasn't hungry. It was definitely the adrenaline. That's not the funny part. The funny part is the food I got at the at the restaurant. It was like the perfect meal. It was a kid's meal. It was spaghetti, which it's not my favorite, but it was fine. It's spaghetti, and then it came with yogurt, and I love yogurt. If you don't know, I love yogurt, but it came with yogurt and M&Ms. And I always have chocolate chips in my yogurt when I get it. And so I was like, it's the perfect meal. But anywho, then we went back to the building. And then we all decided we wanted to go to the hotel. It was the hotel that all of the invited creators were staying at. We ended up playing Imposter, which I thought was really, really fun because I've never played with like anyone else but like my family or my siblings. And so it was really fun playing with just like
your entire For You page. I don't know.
It's really funny because with my luck, of course, I got Imposter the very first round, but it's okay because Kato told me the word. I was like, wait, what's the category? And, you know, some people were like, why do you need to know the category? I'm like, because there's always a category. Of course, I was the imposter, but I was like, there's always a category, like trying to play it off or whatever. And Kato was like, it's carpet. I was like, it's what? He's like, it's carpet. I was like, what? He told me like 3 times and I couldn't understand him because he was whispering it. And then I heard it was carpet and I was like, okay, I got you. And so I didn't get voted as the imposter. There were 2 imposters. It was me and Echo ended up getting voted as the imposter, not me. Yeah, I won. Shout out to Kato, I guess, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to win. The word was carpet, if you wanted to know. It was funny though because the entire time we went around and like said the words, me, Roxy, and Kato were doing like lip syncs on his TikTok account or something. So we didn't hear any of the words anyone else was saying. So when it was my turn and I said a word, no one else had said it, but I genuinely didn't know if someone else had said something or not. And then when Kato went, he said the word like fluffy, and they were like, we already said that. So like, then they thought it was him for a second, because he was just repeating a word that someone else said, and I'm like, no, I swear, we literally just were not listening. Like, I didn't know what anyone else was saying. It was still fun. That was also another core memory. I loved that. And then after the game, we all decided we wanted to go outside. We all just ended up filming some content there because it was like a good background and stuff. It was so fun. I loved filming the videos. I got a bunch of like behind the scenes of people making TikToks, which I think is so funny because like when people say that it's like secondhand embarrassment, it really is. It's not embarrassing, but it's just like it is very silent usually when you're filming the videos.
Hi! Oh, is this yours? Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Wait!
And yeah, that's basically everything that we did for day 2 of VidCon. Okay, so if you can't tell, it is dark out now for me, if you can't tell by the lighting. So I'm sorry if the lighting is not as good as it was earlier, but I love to talk, and so I've just been talking and have so many hours of footage on my phone right now. But anyways, let's move on to day 3 of VidCon. So the beginning of day 3, I didn't really get too much footage because I was kind of just living in the moment. And I think that's a very important thing is even when you're hanging out with people and influencing is your job, it's also nice to not have a camera in your face and not have everything documented, and having genuine conversations off camera is really, really nice. And so I really tried to do that this year, which is why I didn't get as much footage as I wanted to, and I'm narrating these clips. Also, it's really awkward to like share on camera what you're doing while doing it, if that makes sense. But yeah, then I don't remember who took us, but somebody was like obsessed with these really hot spicy chips or something. They weren't like that spicy, but they were still kind of spicy. I don't know, they were really good. Here's like a little clip of, I think Kato was trying one. All right, guys. Wait, sorry, I'm like hopping. All right, we're trying chips. Double vlog. Hey.
That's going on my story. Let's go.
Successful. Mission successful. They got me obsessed with them. I'll put their little TikTok right here. They're so good. You guys should definitely try them. Okay, then Kato had like a few minutes of free time before his he had to get ready for his little concert performance thing. We ended up making like a few TikToks. Everyone was kind of just like making little TikToks and stuff together, and it's really fun. Here's a video we got. Some context behind it because some people were like, what on earth happened? Basically, we had filmed this video 3 times beforehand, and every single time my sunglasses fell off. Now, why in my head I like it didn't occur to me to take my sunglasses off? I don't know. And so every time I'd go like this and put my head back, they would come off. And so at that point, that's why he just like picked me up. We were just like, I don't even know. It was just like, we had just redone it so many times. And so, yeah, here's the clip. So we ended up going back to the hotel, and it was the hotel that all the invited creators were able to go to, not our hotel. And this was like the sad part because it was so fun. I didn't get any footage of this. I should have, but at the same time, like it's just a memory in my head, and I think I enjoyed it more than if I was filming on camera. And so we went to the hotel gym. We were trying to find the gym, and this security guard just straight up lied to us. He was like, "We don't have a gym." I was like, how do you not? Every hotel has a gym, okay? Like, it's just, like, a thing. We ended up finding it. It was on, like, a weird floor. I don't know. We had to take, like, a different elevator or something. But we hung out there for a little while. I did some handstands because that was my kind of workout. I curled, like, I don't know, 125-pound weight. Like, we weren't actually working out. It was just for fun. And then we went into this one room, and it was, like a dancing room, or probably, like, a yoga room or something. But we had fun there. All of the guys were like flexing. It was just fun. It was funny, but it was like, what? I just like walk in the room and everyone's just like lifting their shirts up. I don't know. But anyways, and then we like were kind of scared that we were gonna get stuck in the elevator because it kept like, I don't know, it like wasn't working. It like stopped. I don't know. We thought we were gonna get stuck. It just stopped working for a second, but it's okay. We made it out alive. And then we went back up to the hotel lobby where like a bunch of other people were just like hanging out. And then me, Ezra, Roxy, Kato, and Natalie all hung out and just like talked on the little couch. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. We all talked on there for a little bit. Roxy got a picture. I'll put it in there. And then it was like we went outside to film some more TikToks, and then we had to leave. We had to leave, guys. Can you believe that we had to leave? It was like 12 o'clock at night, and our parents weren't with us, and so we were gonna have to like Uber back. And so our parents wanted me and Roxy to go at the same time, but being as I'm an adult, I was like, I don't want to go yet. Like my mom was like, well, it's not safe for like Roxy to go back by herself, and it's true. And I wouldn't have wanted to go back in an Uber by myself either, even as an adult. So, like I get it, but also I really did not want to leave because I genuinely had like so much fun. Everyone was so welcoming and so kind. And sorry guys, my other mic died. But anyways, I think one of the things that made it hard to leave in that moment was because our parents had ordered the Uber without us knowing. So when we when we found out, it was like the Uber was already there. So we didn't really get to like take our time to say goodbye. It was kind of, we just had to like hug a few people and say like, oh yeah, we have to leave, and then just leave, like, you know. And everyone was like filming a video in that moment, so they were kind of like focused on that because they like done a bunch of retakes and stuff. And so they're like, oh yeah, like bye. And then it was just kind of like we left, you know. And I was like okay, like I was like crying in the Uber. I mean, like kind of I was trying to hold it in because Roxy was like, it's not that deep, Maddie. And I was like, okay, but here's the thing, it was that deep for me, and it was like such a special thing for me. This is anything bad about Roxy, she was just like saying that. And like it's true, like it's really not that deep, but I've been homeschooled my whole life, and so there are benefits to that, and there are also not benefits to that. Like, for instance, the social part of it, for me, I think was the main thing, because I don't have any friends. I have one. Of course, she's my best friend, but she's my neighbor, but like, we're busy, you know what I mean? Like, we don't always have time to see each other, but like, that's it. Like, I don't have anyone else to hang out with, and I think going to hang out with people in LA who understand your job and get what you're doing and support what you're doing. And not that like some people in my life don't support what I'm doing, but some people just don't get it, and some people like to use you sometimes. And so just seeing everyone that you all have the same goals and dreams, and it's just so fun to hang out with people like that. And I think that's definitely something I learned, that like surrounding yourself with people who have the same goals and dreams as you is very important. And I just haven't had that my entire life because of being homeschooled. So I think that's what made it hard for me to leave, because I've never clicked with anyone more in the like in 4 days. Like I was only there for 4 days, and I clicked with so many more people than I ever have in my entire life. For anyone watching this who was in LA with me, I just want to thank you guys so much for welcoming me and supporting me and hanging out with me. And I know some influencers and people are like, they only want to hang out with certain people with like a certain amount of following and stuff, but everyone I hung out with was genuinely so sweet, and I had so much fun. Yeah, it was genuinely like the best 4 days of my life, and I cannot wait for next year, and I cannot wait to see everyone before next year, because I am making it a goal to not let it be another year before I see everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is the end of my VidCon vlog. I didn't film anything on Sunday because it was the day I was leaving, and I was too sad. Of course, without you guys, literally none of this would have been possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, and follow all my other socials. I'll put them all right here. Um, but I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, love you.